Wendy Williams spent decades building a career by saying what many others wouldn't. Her bold opinions, fearless interviews, and willingness to discuss controversial celebrity stories made her one of the most recognizable voices in entertainment. But today, the conversation surrounding Wendy has shifted dramatically. Instead of making headlines for breaking celebrity news, she's at the center of an ongoing legal and personal battle that has left many fans asking the same question: what really happened to Wendy Williams? Over the years, Wendy's outspoken approach earned both loyal viewers and powerful critics. She never hesitated to comment on major figures in music, television, and Hollywood, even when her opinions sparked backlash. That reputation made her one of the most talked about personalities in media, but it also meant she was frequently surrounded by controversy.
You know, you live a really hectic lifestyle, and I don't understand all the running around, and who are these people that you surround yourself with, and who are these people? Do they violate you? Do you get robbed?
For many viewers, moments like these helped define Wendy's career. She built her reputation by asking difficult questions and discussing stories that others often avoided. Whether people agreed with her or not, her willingness to speak openly became a major part of her identity as a broadcaster.
They sent him to the place with the most spins. Right now, he is happily paying for his crime. I'm not gonna be scared for 4 years.
To understand why Wendy's current situation has generated so much public attention, it's important to look back at the career that made her famous. Long before daytime television, Wendy built her name in radio by discussing celebrity culture in a way that stood out from the competition. During the 1990s, she became known for covering stories involving some of the biggest names in entertainment. Those reports often sparked public debate and sometimes led to tension with celebrities who disagreed with her commentary. Even so, Wendy rarely changed her approach, believing that discussing entertainment news honestly was part of her job.
In Cancun, and we were on our way to the Island of Women. You understand? And this is all it was, bruh. For whatever reason, dude was playing with Puff. He went behind him and grabbed his trunks and pulled them down. When he grabbed his trunk to pull us down, if they didn't get rid of her, you understand? Before he got back in New York, that they was not gonna get any music from any of his friends.
Stories like these contributed to Wendy's reputation as someone who wasn't afraid to challenge influential people. Whether listeners agreed with her or not, her commentary regularly generated headlines and kept audiences paying attention. Throughout her television career, Wendy expanded far beyond music industry gossip. She covered actors, athletes, politicians, and viral celebrity moments, making her daytime show one of the most recognizable programs in entertainment. Her direct style attracted millions of viewers, while also making her one of the industry's most controversial personalities. Because of that history, many fans have looked back at her career and wondered whether years of public controversy came at a personal cost. Others have pointed to comments made by comedian Katt Williams, who has frequently argued that powerful people in entertainment protect their own interests. Those comments have fueled online discussion, although they remain his personal opinions.
Picture with Misa and Puffy's son Justin, and Puffy found out about the picture and he went crazy. Take me through that, man. How did that come about?
One of those trips, she may have been hired by someone relatable to Death Row, or maybe by Death Row Exec, I don't know. But the check was right, and she took the check, and she went to the West Coast to do the job. Baby Justin was with her. Somehow she was called to that office, I guess to see the artist or the talent, to meet the people that were cutting the check, and it ended up being Suge Knight, and she was treated very well. I mean, they laid out for her, like, you know, a welcoming mat and all of that. And so well that it got back to the East, that she was there in the office and that Suge was meeting Justin Combs and possibly holding him in his arms, and that there was a photographer taking a picture, and that wasn't the picture that we needed to see on our end or that we wanted the world to see at all. So I remember that day extensively. It hit us like, you know, a rocket launcher or something. It hit us hard. I remember getting off the phone. It was almost damn near half a day, maybe 2, 3 o'clock, and maybe in the afternoon. Wendy Day was promoing, announcing something big was going to happen. Not Wendy Day, Wendy Williams, pardon me everyone. Wendy Williams Radio personality, TV personality, Wendy Williams, was announcing in her super highly rated afternoon show that might have been even syndicated then, that she had big news coming that involved Justin Dior Combs. Perked my ear up. I said, yo, what's going on? We started calling everybody. He was calling me. He got a heads up. He started calling the bosses at Hot 97. The street team was listening. They heard, the executives heard. We instantly all left the office, 19th Street, some in cabs, some in cars, some running all the way down to Hudson Street where Hot 97 was, to get down there just to handle the situation and make sure that.
As public curiosity continued to grow, attention shifted from Wendy's past career to her present circumstances. That interest intensified after the release of the Lifetime documentary, Where is Wendy Williams?, which gave viewers a closer look at the challenges surrounding her health and personal life. Shortly after the documentary aired, Wendy's representatives announced that she had been diagnosed with aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. The announcement surprised many fans, especially because questions about her financial guardianship had already become public. The legal dispute had begun in early 2022 after Wells Fargo froze Wendy's accounts and asked the court to appoint a financial guardian, arguing that additional oversight was necessary. Wendy strongly disagreed with those claims and repeatedly stated that she wanted access to her finances.
Have a conversation that's not being had. And I'm really sorry that these conversations are being had by a comedian. I wish too that it was a religious leader of some kind having this conversation, or somebody's politician talking about this stuff. This is how quarterbacking go. So the question is, hey, your quarterback just got sacked. Did we know we was fin to sack your quarterback? We absolutely did. It was a play, buddy. We've been rehearsing it, working it out, making sure that at some point, when you get to this level, we can make sure we knock you from a $20 million man to putting in the news that people won't hire you no more and your career is done. Yeah.
So you're saying it was a setup?
You can do all of that.
You saying it was?
I'm saying that everything that happens in a business that's based off of pretend, that seems like a setup.
Following that interview, many supporters said Wendy appeared capable of expressing herself clearly. Others argued that short public appearances alone could not determine someone's medical condition. The discussion quickly spread across social media, with opinions divided over what viewers were seeing.
I know for a fact that Bernie Young used my American Express card.
Conversations about who should control a person's finances and medical decisions, and how difficult it can be to regain that independence once a court order is in place. One of the most frequently mentioned examples was Britney Spears' conservatorship. After Britney publicly described her experience in court, many fans began paying closer attention to similar legal arrangements involving other celebrities. Around the same time, Kanye West also made public comments about his own experiences with mental health treatment and the entertainment industry. Although each case is unique, these stories encouraged wider debate about celebrity privacy, legal oversight, and public perception.
Talking about continuing tomorrow. I'm a blog.
Where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same. This is the way a Hollywood trainer was talking to me to force me to go and apologize, right? You think about if Harley was part of intelligence, right? What kind of people you think are surrounding my kids? What kind of people you think are in that house right now? My kids go to Sierra Canyon. It's a Jewish school that doesn't teach Christianity to these Christian kids. At Christmas time, they're teaching Kwanzaa to black kids. They say, hey, this is your Christmas. This is all indoctrination. This is all mind control. You gotta understand, I don't believe I'm putting myself at risk, because I think God uses me for a time like this. He put me in this situation and had y'all follow me from George Bush Don't Care to Beyonce Had the Best Video to now. For some reason, y'all are interested. 2 Chainz said, why sell belt buckle? Well, y'all.
Regardless of the differing opinions, one thing became clear. Wendy's story had grown beyond celebrity news. It had become part of a larger conversation about health, financial protection, and personal freedom. While many theories continued circulating online, there has been no public evidence establishing a broader industry-wide effort against celebrities. Even so, the question surrounding Wendy's guardianship remained at the center of public attention. Katt Williams has also spoken publicly about Hollywood and the entertainment industry, sharing his personal opinions about power and influence. Those comments have attracted significant attention online, but they remain his own views. At the same time, Wendy's supporters continued looking beyond speculation and focused instead on the legal process unfolding around her. As court proceedings continued, another issue attracted attention. Wendy herself publicly discussed concerns about how her finances had been handled and expressed disappointment over people she believed had let her down. Those statements became another major part of the public conversation.
The exact people that I called out kicked my head. We found out that my trainer was a MK Ultra Canadian intelligence.
He worked in the defense research and development in the Canadian military, especially working on PSYOPs in the Canadian military. This is Harley Pasternak.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, look, they tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me, and they when I asked them how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly, it took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look at
they would have Michael Jackson.
For many supporters, the most important issue was no longer celebrity gossip. Instead, they wanted answers about Wendy's current quality of life, her ability to make decisions for herself, and whether the guardianship was still necessary. That conversation took another turn when Wendy's legal team announced that a new medical evaluation had reached different conclusions from earlier reports. The announcement immediately renewed hope among fans who had followed her case for years.
Anybody ever explained to you why you're in a guardianship?
No, not exactly. But you know what? There are some things that I do know for myself. You know what I'm saying? And I understand. It's about my money. You know what I'm saying?
Can you talk to me about how Wendy ended up in a guardianship?
My understanding is somebody was in her bank account that Wells Fargo flagged, and there was large withdrawals being taken out.
My son, he overstepped his boundaries in terms of me. You understand? He overstepped his boundaries, and he was inappropriately using my money without telling me crap about it. Like, is he stealing from me? Look, all I know is that in terms of what I'm dealing with, and that this is still going on, because, that's when my money got frozen at Wells Fargo. Thank God. No more money stealing from my son and the other people.
Wells Fargo, your bank, said you were the victim of undue influence and financial exploitation with respect to your money. Who was unduly influencing you? Who is the person that was doing this?
My son is a really good person. You know what? Oh, God, I'm not going to cry about that. Oh, I'm sorry for cursing. Look, my son is a good person, but at this point, he is a...
If future court proceedings accept those findings, they could have a significant impact on Wendy's legal situation. Ultimately, however, any decision regarding her guardianship will depend on the courts and the medical evidence presented through the proper legal process. In recent months, Wendy has continued making public appearances and speaking with members of the media whenever possible. Those moments have encouraged supporters who believe she deserves every opportunity to have her current condition evaluated fairly and independently.
A new medical evaluation ordered by Wendy's court-appointed legal team, finding she does not have frontotemporal dementia.
She does not have frontal lobar dementia. So that should be game, set, match.
I think a new medical evaluation from Wendy's team is a game changer.
This new evaluation could mean everything for Wendy Williams, because if she is capable now of taking care of her own health and her own finances, there may not be a need for a guardianship.
Wendy began her public battle to break out of her guardianship first on The Breakfast Club.
I am not cognitively impaired, you know what I'm saying?
Speaking to Nightline.
I'm telling you, this is like being in prison.
You look so good, girl.
Even re-emerging into the spotlight at New York Fashion Week this fall.
How does it feel to be dressed up tonight, Wendy? $1 zillion. Oh my God, Wendy.
It's very scary that someone like Wendy Williams could be in that position, because it is a situation that she just can't get out of right now. And she's been trying for years.
She recently hired high-powered attorney Joe Tacopina, who represented President Trump in A$AP Rocky.
You and I could go take a walk downstairs right now. We'll find 5 people in an hour who belong more in a guardianship program in a facility than Wendy Williams.
Tacopina says top-rated neurologist Dr. Samuel Gandy at New York's Mount Sinai performed Wendy's latest evaluation. Nightline reached out to the hospital and they declined to comment. ABC News was not able to obtain the report to independently verify its findings. Tacopina says that Wendy was struggling in the past, but it was not from frontotemporal dementia.
There's something called alcohol-induced dementia.
Whether someone agrees with every opinion Wendy Williams has ever shared or not, few would deny the impact she had on television and entertainment. For decades, she built a career by asking difficult questions and giving audiences something to talk about. Today, many of those same viewers are hoping to see her receive the support, dignity, and fair treatment she deserves as her legal battle continues. Her story is still unfolding, and the final outcome has yet to be determined. Until more official information becomes available, many questions remain unanswered. What is clear is that Wendy's case has sparked important discussions about guardianship, medical evaluations, financial independence, and the responsibilities that come with protecting vulnerable individuals.
To talk to any media outlets after this TMZ interview. This is scary, and this is very brave for the media to be doing. We can't reach her. There's something that has to be done. This needs to get big, as if not bigger than the Free Britney movement. We have to get Wendy out of there, because Britney still was kind of young. In her 40s, we got a 60-something-year-old Wendy. We got to get her out of there. This lady cannot win. Wells Fargo cannot win. I want us to all pull out of Wells Fargo. Pull out, and protest with your money, saying we're pulling all our money out of Wells Fargo. We don't trust you as a bank, and we know that you'll steal from the $1 million people. You definitely don't care about the $100,000 people. We've got to protest. We got to stick up for Wendy. This ain't over, Wendy. You're not gone, and you're not gone to us. Free.
As always, we'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about Wendy Williams' situation? Do you believe the guardianship system needs reform, or do you think the courts have acted appropriately based on the information available? Share your perspective in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more celebrity news and in-depth stories.